friends. I think probably two of you asked for a makeup tutorial, so here we go. So first I start out with moisturizer. The one I'm currently using is the Tarte Drink of H2O. I really like this one. It's almost like a gel formula and it's super hydrating without being greasy and oily. Do any of y'all have any plans today? Are you recovering from Christmas? I am absolutely exhausted, so I'll probably just lay around the house all day. Next, I'm going with my primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I really like this one. I just use one pump and then rub that in. And once I've kind of rubbed it in everywhere, I press it into my skin and then I'll let that dry down before I start my foundation. The foundation I have been using for probably the last 3 years is the Tarte Face Tape. I love this. It's probably a medium to full coverage, and I have a lot of discoloration just from freckles and melasma, and this covers all of it. I am the color 29N Light Medium Neutral. So I'll just take a little bit of this and I'll put the product on my face, and then I'll go back in with a damp beauty blender and blend it all in. Okay, once I have that blended in, I go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color 12N Fair Neutral. And I have not been sleeping well, so I'm going to use quite a bit of this under my eyes. And then here, and then I'll put, you can see right here where my cheek, this cheek is just a little bit larger than this side and it creates an indentation. So I'm going to put some there and here. And then I will blend that out. So once I've got that blended out, I wait probably 2 or 3 minutes and I just let it dry on my skin a little bit because it's still a little bit moist. I like a super bright under eye, so I use quite a bit under my eyes. I know that's not the norm anymore, but whatever. I guess I'm stuck 20 years ago. Anyone else dreading going back to work tomorrow? I have absolutely zero desire to go into the office. The only good thing is that the kids are still out of school, and so I don't have to get up super early because typically I have to get them to school before I go into work, and so it gives me a little bit of time to sleep in the morning. Okay, so typically after that I would go in with the Shape Tape Setting Powder. I think this is just a clear color, but I would go in with this and put it on my under eye to let it bake. But I've been out of this and they don't have it in stock on the Tarte website, so I bought something from Walmart that I'm not loving quite as much, but it's working for now. So I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Loose Powder. It's the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the color Fair. I'm going to go in and I'm going to put that under my eye. And if you don't have one of these, you need to get you some. This is what I use for my under eye. You can get a pack of 10 on Amazon for super cheap, but they are perfect. They help create a super smooth under eye without creasing. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to pat that powder on my under eye area. And it's okay if you get it on your eyebrows, at least for me it is, because I will fix those later. Okay, once I have my under eye done, I'm going to go in with the Airspun Loose Powder in the color Translucent, and I'm going to put that on the rest of my T-zone. I have been using this forever. My grandma used this when I was a little girl, so it's been around for the longest time, and you can get it at any drugstore. So I'm gonna go in and do these areas of my face. And I know this seems like a lot, but that's okay. I like the way that it looks. And then I actually will bring that down my neck as well. I love a matte makeup look. I cannot stand for my face to be shiny at all. And I cannot stand the feel of a dewy makeup. I have sensory issues and I cannot handle it. So I set my entire face with powder because, again, I cannot stand the feel of a dewy, damp makeup. So once I have finished with the loose powder, I go in with the Shape Tape pressed powder in 29N, light, medium, neutral, and I will blend in my forehead and my cheek area. Basically, all of the places that I don't want to keep baking, I will go in with this and blend that together. Okay, next we are going to do contour. Currently I'm using the Tarte Park Avenue Princess, and this is more of a cool tone, so it's hard to do in the camera, but I'm just going to go in right on a little above my cheekbone with this, and it's more of a cool tone to use as a contour shade. And so we're just bringing some color back into our face because basically our foundation and our powder has blurred out everything. Okay, I'm gonna do my cheekbones and then I'll go in and do my jawline. And also, let's see, of course I can't find my brush. Hold please. And I'm not a professional. I don't always buy new brushes. I mean, I'm using super old brushes. This is something that I got in a free gift from Estee Lauder probably 15 years ago, but it works. So I go in with this little brush and I outline my lips with the contour shade. And this just helps to create the illusion of plumper lips. And then I'll go in right there. Okay, next I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm currently using the Maybelline City Bronzer in the color 300. I don't know if it has a different name. That's just the number that's on it. So I'm going to go in and do my forehead. And then my cheek area. And I will blend this down my neck and onto my chest. Blend out my lips. And I use self-tanner, and so my neck and my body are always way darker than my face. So this bronzer just helps me to match my face to my neck. Next is blush. I love blush. I have a super heavy hand when it comes to blush because I'm obsessed. Currently I've been using this Tarte Precious Gems palette. I got this last year. I don't even know if it's still available, but I mean this was probably my favorite color, but I use them all. And I am running out of time, so come back for part 2.